Hello and welcome. I am Lindsey Marin. I am an integrative, multidimensional energy healer and also spiritual mentor. And
I am Andrea Lauren, and I'm a spirit council medium, healer, and intuitive life coach.
so we together have joined forces and we are creating a podcast together. And the purpose of our podcast is to help people who are going through the process of awakening spiritually or following their spiritual path to navigate.
There's a lot of different aspects of the spiritual awakening process, and everyone experiences it on a different level. Some people have really intense awakenings, others have subtle awakenings, and both Lindsey and I have experienced both aspects, bringing in that polarity. So we're excited to share that with you guys and help you walk through yours no matter what side of the road you're on.
Yes. And something we wanted to focus on quickly today is just the fact that we have so much going on in the world right now with a lot of negativity being brought up to the surface. We're seeing a lot of change happening, and we're seeing a lot of people really having to kind of come back to themselves and figure out what is it that I really want in my life and who am I and what are my beliefs. So something that we wanted to touch on was just about a little bit about what's going on, not just in the collective of like everybody, like what's going on in the world, but also how all of these changes are actually happening on a more personal level too. And we're seeing this in our own lives we are both going through big transformations. A lot of old stuff is coming up and a lot of healing is happening and a lot of changes are taking place in our own lives. But we're also seeing this in people around us. Like pretty much everybody that we talk to has some kind of thing they're going through, whether it's a big life change or something old that is no longer serving them coming to the surface, ready to be released.
Yeah, we also are seeing this on a global collective level playing out in our governments and in our communities and all around the world. So everyone is feeling this energy that is at play, and it really is about the energy. We are experiencing things astrologically that are set in place to help bring along this change for all of us. So we are excited to, be able to share more of that and keep an updated visual for everyone in regards to the energies that are at play. And yeah.
Yeah. What else?
What else? So one of the things that I'm really excited about to share in this podcast is how we are going to be able to help others. I know we just touched on this, but to be able to help others with the knowledge and experiences that we've had along our way and the things that we've gained along the way. But not only that, we're still living this. We're living this with you all. We're living this together. And so I'm really excited for us to all journey together and, remember that we are all one and we're all going through this and we all have our own piece of the puzzle to fit in and play to help everyone. So that's what I'm most excited about. And what about you, Lindsey?
I am excited about teaching people different perspectives when it comes to this journey, because I know with the two of us, it's something that we both began our journey by ourselves and really had nobody to turn to. And it was, like read this book, follow this person on YouTube, or take this class. But we both kind of got to a point where it became time to stop like taking in the knowledge and it became time to start implementing it. And that's kind of when we met each other. This was like almost 2 years ago, just 2 years ago that we met and we bonded right away. And we've been able to help each other in a lot of different ways, just based on the fact that we come at it from different angles. And what's beautiful is that when I'm going through something, she's able to step in and tell me, well, look at it this way. And it's kind of the other way too. So when she's in the depths, I'm able to come in and say, well, have you considered this? And obviously with her amazing mediumship abilities, she's able to dive in and like talk to my spirit team, my spirit council, and give me advice from other realms. And I mean, what have I done for you? Do you want to touch on that?
What have you done for me? Oh my Lord. She's constantly hopping in and providing like energetic healing, cleansing the air. She's like, look, I got this. I'm going to do some energetic work. I'm going to clear this up for you real quick. And, you know, it's really funny because within 10 to 15 minutes, it's like my whole existence or reality is shifting and changing. And it really is just a beautiful thing. So that's one thing that I do love too, is that we're able to work together on all levels. I mean, we also do that with our kids.
Mm-hmm.
We come together, we're like, okay, we got this. We can heal this. Like when all of our kids, we just recently took a trip together and we had a moment where our kids were melting down and we just looked at each other and we were like, we got this, we can do this. And we didn't even have to really talk. We were able to just start playing out our own roles and, you know, our own little jobs that we took on and
with each other's kids too. And it's just,
energetically, telepathically. And I'd say within like 40 minutes, we had them all shaped up and ready to ship out. And we went to the beach and they had a great time.
And that was with 5 kids, each one having their own personal meltdown individually.
Yeah. So these are
so
all
together.
Things...
We work really well together. No, that's I was just going to say with you, with the work that you do, it's funny because you're so good at spitting the truth, but in a very loving way. And often I first take that as, I'm like, I don't do that. Nope, that's not me. And then about like a minute in, it sinks in. It's like, yeah, I totally need to address that. And I totally need to bring that to the surface and heal it. It's like, you're always accurate. You're always on point. And just, you always blow my mind. So.
Oh, well, thank you. It's with you saying that, it does make me realize or want to, you know, acknowledge that you always have that passion and drive behind you, and you are the go-getter. You're always looking outside of the box and bringing in new ideas, which is a beautiful thing for fixed people who have their ways of doing things. I'm not going to mention names, but you know, when I feel like I'm down and I can't, you know, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know. And you're just right there and always have solutions and that passion and drive and, you know, that wit and sarcasm to like push through. So looks like we have polarity.
Yes. And that's something else that works really well for us is that we have kind of a very humorous way of going about things because really life is supposed to be more playful, and we lose a lot of that when we start to get into adulthood and get really stuck on our responsibilities, and we lose that playfulness, and in that we introduce more stress and just chaos into our lives. So when we can find a place where we can just be playful, and especially like with healing work and even with mediumship, like even like your spirit comes through in playful ways, right? Like, and when I'm doing energy work, it feels like the most fun I've ever had in my life. Every single session feels like I get this rush over me where I feel like this is the best moment of my life. This is like when you're a kid and you're waking up on Christmas. It's that feeling. So really, something that works well for us too, between the two of us, is that we really love to keep things playful and silly and not take things too seriously, because that's what it's all about. And I think that people learn better that way.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. I work with a lot of angels, and you'd be surprised how many of them are very witty and sarcastic and always ready to hand out the truth, dish out the truth and the healing that comes from them. But they do it in such a way that it's like, it's so light and airy, and just remembering that it's all about love and being in the present moment. And these are all things that we, you know, look forward to sharing with the world through our podcast. So
yeah, this is something we all have within us. Like, we all have this ability to tune in with with our higher selves, with our spirit team, and we all have the ability to heal ourselves, or well, really, yeah, what all comes down to is healing ourselves. You know, I can only do so much if you aren't ready to heal.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're really excited to share all this with you guys. We're going to be giving little tidbits like every here and there. Like each podcast is going to focus on a different subject that is going to allow for healing, allow for change of perspective, and allow for just the incoming of knowledge too, because it's all available. It's just it's learning how to interpret it and how you best interpret it, because really everybody interprets it in different ways.
I was just getting ready to say that. Go figure. You'll see, we'll do this quite a bit, but you know, finding that knowledge on your own, or when you do find the knowledge that you're seeking, especially in the beginning of your awakening, the key is to remember to take what resonates and leave the rest. And then it does come to a point where you have to be able to step back and apply that. So we've had our experiences there in the beginning of our awakenings. And, you know, I have a lot of clients that, you know, follow that same path. So we'll definitely be touching more on that, because the key in the navigation through all of this for your on a soul level and on an energetic level is vital. So yeah.
And really quick before we wrap it up, I just kind of want to go backtrack really quick and say, what exactly is an awakening? Because it can mean different things to different people. I'm going to go back really quick and talk about what it has meant for me. But really so if I were to put it in my perspective, because I do a lot more with like feeling and sensation and energy. For me, it was beginning to tune in with my own body and understand more of what was going on an energetic level, because we all have an energy body. We're all an energy body first, and then we are a physical body. And it was learning about self-awareness. And it was also learning about higher knowledge and how we are connected to this higher knowledge at all times. You can call it God, the universe, whatever you want, source. But it's this underlying energy that underlines everything in this world and beyond, that is pure unconditional love. And the awakening process is really like connecting back up with that, because it's where we all came from and it's where we all are going. And we get to learn on this earth how to do that a little bit at a time. And we learn individual lessons that help us grow and evolve and become more like source, more like God, if you want to call it God. So what would it be for you?
I think for me, I see the awakening process as a totality of source playing out within itself. And, you know, everyone is uniquely individual within themselves. And so that means the awakening is going to be unique as well. You know, it can be soft and subtle and a little bit longer, or it can be abrupt and intense and really quick. But it's all about shedding away the old, shedding away the false aspects of yourself that you've gathered along the way, from the time that you were born until where you're at now, whether that's beliefs that you created yourself or that was, you know, impressed upon you through your parents or society, your community, and just releasing that and moving forward, creating space and room for your true self to step in and to start living a life of authenticity. So that's what spiritual awakening represents for me.
Mm-hmm. And just to clarify, I am the one who I've been going through this awakening in a very slow and turtle-like process, where yours was like snap of the fingers, right?
Mine was
like,
pretty
boom,
intense.
I'm awake.
Yeah, mine was pretty intense and pretty passionate. So
yeah,
but
and
it
it's
fits
not
our
something
personalities.
exactly, and it's not something that just necessarily like happens and then it's like, okay, I know everything. It's you still have to process everything. So even if it is like slow and steady, it's like I'm slow. I'm like learning, processing, and yours was like learning
Yeah.
and processing.
Yeah, mine's like, wake
yeah.
up. It's time to wake up.
Yeah.
And then just all of, the flood of everything, information, releasing transformation. But we definitely both will be sharing our own personal stories of our awakenings in one of our podcasts as well. We've already talked about that. So you guys can get, a more in-depth idea.
Firsthand eyewitness.
Yeah. Of what
view
we've
of what
experienced.
it looks like.
Yeah. And you may find that, you'll relate in some ways. And if you do, that's great, because then it just gives you that sense of community. So,
and really what this is about is finding a place where people can go to share in this and have some people who have been through it and understand and are still navigating. We're constantly learning, constantly evolving. And we want to share that as it's happening with us, because it's just we didn't have that necessarily when we were going through it. And it's it could be one of the scariest things if you really don't know what you're doing, because a lot of times you just feel alone in the world. Like, I have all this drive, this new inspiration. And it's a lot of times the people around you, the people closest to you, are the people who don't understand at all. So we want to be that safe place for you to go and know that you're not alone in this. We're all going through this. And here's some tips that have worked for us, like on how best to navigate so that it can be a smoother transition for you and you can enjoy it. Like, this is meant to be an amazing, beautiful thing, and life is amazing. And we want you to feel that and go through it with us.
Yeah. And to also know that when you tune in with us and you come in to view our podcast or listen to our podcast, that you're stepping into a bubble, a place of love and unconditional love and understanding and growth. And the most important thing is just knowing that you're not alone. You're not alone in this. And, hopefully we can help, whether it's you relating to our own personal experiences, sharing the knowledge that we've learned along the way, or just simply encouraging you, through words. So yeah, I think that's our goal and our mission. Both of us are just stepping into our purpose and starting to live our mission. And this is part of it. So we are super excited to get out there and do what we came here to do on a soul level.
That's right. That's right. It's our mission and we're stepping into it.
All right. Well, you all
with us.
Yep. Taking you along with us. We're all in this together. So we will be putting out shortly via our social media accounts. So we have Facebook and we are also on Instagram, and it's listed under Soaring Through the Depths. And when are we going to be posting? We'll be posting something shortly.
Within the next week, hopefully.
Just giving
first
a heads up.
Full podcast episode. And we are really excited and super
really
nervous.
Jinx. So just keep an eye out for that. And we hope to see you there. We hope that you journey with us on Soaring Through the Depths.
Soaring Through the Depths.
Lindsey Marin and Andrea Lauren.
Thank you.
Thank you.